Some of the most powerful figures in the music business are now facing serious scrutiny, and the shocking choices some parents make in pursuit of wealth and fame are finally coming to light. This story looks at the claims surrounding how Usher's mother allowed him to enter an environment that allegedly began a troubling pattern of exploitation involving young performers in Hollywood. What really went on during Usher's time at Diddy's Flavor Camp? And what accusations have been raised about how minors were treated there? Microphone.
Around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs?
Usher entered the music world at a very young age, with his career being guided by his mother from the beginning. Not long after, he was signed by L.A. Reid, the same executive who would later go on to sign Justin Bieber. But soon after landing that deal, Usher went through a difficult moment when he temporarily lost his voice. Around that same period, both he and his mother were introduced to Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy reportedly suggested that Usher come stay with him, promising that he could help guide the young singer and support his development in the industry. By that time, though, many people already had strong opinions about Diddy's lifestyle and reputation, which made the situation seem questionable to some. After all, allowing a 13-year-old to move in with someone they barely knew raised plenty of concerns. Despite that, Usher's mother agreed to the arrangement and allowed her son to live with Diddy without direct supervision, believing the opportunity could help push his career forward.
I don't care what they say, because they tried to push me out. They didn't want me in. They would actually say, you know, you're too close to the project. No, I'm not. Because remember, Usher went to stay with Puffy. Now that was a business decision right there, because I didn't know Puffy. I didn't know him.
How old was he?
Usher was 15. He lost his voice.
Physically or just?
You know, puberty. He's growing and he lost his voice. So he lost his range. So the record company felt like, okay, this is not a great investment. So Puffy was there, and I will never forget it. We had this conversation and he said, you're going to have to trust me. That was really, really a hard decision.
Instead of focusing purely on what might have been safest for her son, Usher's mother made a decision that many people later questioned. She chose to send her 13-year-old to live with Sean Diddy Combs, a move that critics say prioritized career opportunities over caution. By her own admission, she barely knew Diddy at the time and had little idea what his plans were for mentoring Usher, yet she still allowed the arrangement to happen. According to various claims that later surfaced, this period was when Usher was exposed to situations that were far from typical for someone his age. Some reports even alleged that Diddy was the one who introduced the young singer to adult experiences and conversations about sex while he was still only 13. In an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, Usher reflected on his time at what Diddy called Flavor Camp, saying that living there exposed him to a side of the industry he had never seen before. He described an environment where parties and adult behavior seemed to be happening constantly. According to him, there were always women around, and it wasn't unusual to walk into a room and find people hooking up or even multiple people together in the same space. The atmosphere was unpredictable, and he said you never really knew what you might see next. Microphone.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but there, hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
During that period, Usher was living under the same roof as Sean Diddy Combs. When Usher eventually released his debut album, Diddy reportedly used his powerful industry network to help the young singer gain major attention and momentum. However, some claims suggest that this support may have come with expectations attached. According to various accounts, Usher was expected to remain closely tied to Diddy's guidance and follow his direction in both his career and personal life. Around that same time, rumors began circulating that something unusual might have been going on behind the scenes. These whispers have lingered in the entertainment world for more than 2 decades. People who were said to be close to Diddy, including former security staff, as well as comments from interviews given by Usher over the years, have often been pointed to by critics as signs that the situation between the mentor and the young artist may not have been entirely normal. Sadly, some observers believe Usher may not have been the only young performer who experienced troubling situations while connected to Diddy during that era. Microphone.
I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
There have also been stories circulating over the years about a troubling incident that allegedly left Usher hospitalized while he was staying with Sean Diddy Combs. According to some people in the entertainment industry, they had heard about a young artist who had been living with the producer and later had to be taken to the hospital after an alleged altercation connected to him. While details surrounding the situation have never been fully confirmed publicly, the story has continued to surface in conversations within the industry, adding to the long list of questions people have raised about what may have been happening behind closed doors during that time. Microphone.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. You know, I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not going to speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that, and they may be doing something, they may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
Where did you hear it?
Bro, you know how people be talking and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when people say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you hear it, and that's what happened.
By this point, many people believed that Usher had become heavily influenced by Sean Diddy Combs and the environment around him. At one point, a widely circulated clip from one of Diddy's well-known parties showed him embracing Usher while joking with Kevin Hart. In the video, Diddy made comments that viewers later found uncomfortable and confusing given Usher's young age at the time. In other interviews, Diddy also spoke about the period when Usher was staying at what he called Puffy's Flavor Camp, mentioning that they would often wake up in the same place during that time. Those remarks later sparked a lot of discussion online, with many people questioning why a 13-year-old artist would have been in such close personal proximity to an adult mentor in that kind of setting. Microphone.
We want to thank you. Come in. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Fresh off
the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up earlier than me. Now he